I've had several requests to do another crop and create packing video, and so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm quite a bit less organized than I have been for previous crop and creates. It is tomorrow. I'm leaving tomorrow morning, and it is now 4:07 on Thursday, and I am still just kind of gathering things up. I'm very pokey today. My kids aren't here though, so I feel like I have the luxury of being able to take my time and maybe do it at the last minute more than before because my kids are visiting with their aunt. So I'm going to switch over to the overhead view. I just wanted to give you guys a sense of what my space looks like as I'm packing for my crop. So I have all of my main things that I'm thinking about bringing out here, and then that's just stuff that I'm not going to bring, but is kind of, I had to go through it. And then if you look at my floor, you'll see lots of different storage, empty storage, pack and bring things like luggage, I guess, like mobile storage stuff. So I have that case right there. I have that case, which usually I bring back and forth to and from work. It usually holds my sketchbooks and traveler's notebooks and a couple watercolor pencils and some travel stuff. Then I have this, which I'm actually not using, but I thought I would bring it out to show you guys, so I will show you that in more detail. It's a Stampin' Up! Big Shot storage and tote. And then these are my two things that I almost always bring. And the way that I store them when I'm not using them is this is closed, and I keep them both in my back storage room. And I keep all of the other packing stuff inside of this big one. So this one has a big, large... big and large, yeah, that's very descriptive. A large-ish open storage area. And so I keep all of like multiple other things inside of that. They'll all come out and scrapbooking supplies will go in. And if I need to use those other things, I will. So this is sort of where I'm starting, is with my travel suitcases and stuff out and my main supplies out. So I will come to the overhead camera now and talk a little bit about what I'm doing and how I'm deciding what to bring. So I made up this card to remind me what I want to bring to this crop. And so I have broken it down into these categories. The first category is main supplies, and those are just the things that I think about when I just think about basic scrapbooking supplies. So that includes patterned paper, cardstock, embellishments, and letters. Then I have my tools, and in order to think about what tools I need to bring, I think about my workflow process, and everybody's workflow process will be different. But for me, I am always reaching for pens because I do a lot of outlining. I'm always reaching for my ruler because I use it for tearing my paper. I'm always reaching for a trimmer, scissors, and a stapler. So those would be what I would consider my main workflow tools. And then I think about extra tools. So these would be punches, a die cutter, ink and stamps, anything else. This is where I might want to bring a sewing machine, my little half-size one, for example, or I might want to bring my typewriter or my fuse tool, or if I had a mink, or if I wanted to bring a large die cutting machine or something like that. This would be any other tools that I reach for. Now, I personally am not going to bring any of those extra tools. I am going to bring my small die cutting tool, but I'm not going to bring any of those larger tools because if I want to add sewing or typing or anything like that, I will do it when I come home. I just don't want to lug a whole lot of stuff. And then the third category, so we've got main supplies, tools, and then the third category is consumables. And so for this, I think about what do I use that's not necessarily one of these other types of supplies, but just things that I go through and maybe run out of and need to replenish and that sort of thing. So the main consumable that I think about is adhesive, and from experience, I have gone before and forgotten to bring my foam adhesive. So I always bring a fresh package of Stampin' Dimensionals. This comes with, I think it comes with 3. Am I right about that? Or 2? It looks like it might only come with 2. I thought they came with 3. Anyhow, this comes with 2 sheets of dimensional adhesive, and so that's usually plenty. I mean, this is 2 full days of scrapbooking, so a half day, a full day, and another half day. And usually I can only get about 7 layouts done. If I'm, you know, I'm happy if I walk away with 7. So I don't need too much more than that. I am going to bring this tear-off Scotch foam adhesive as well. And then I also like to bring my tape runner and my small tape runner. So as much as I love my ATG, this is much better for me for crops. It doesn't take up as much table space, and it's just much easier. I do tend to lose this more though at a crop, but it's better than the ATG, I think, for me anyways. And I always bring a refill so that I don't have to spend my money there on refills. And so in previous years I have forgotten foam adhesive, and another thing that I forgot another year was a glue pen, and so I always try to remember to bring those. And of course, as far as liquid glue goes, I like my Tombow Mono multi-adhesive because it works for so many different things. It is almost out, so I might use it all up when I'm there and just throw it away. I have a new one in my stash. So adhesive is the main consumable. Then I move on to think about cleanup and convenience. So this would include baby wipes, paper towel, and waxed paper. I don't think I'm going to bring paper towel. I think that if I really, really needed it, I could probably just grab some from the bathroom or something. I consider doilies and washi to be consumables because they're not... Like, I think of embellishments as something that really grabs your attention, and I think of doilies and washi as being good things to kind of blend into your layers. And so I'm actually not bringing any washi with me. I have brought washi in the past, and I never seem to use it. So if I want washi, I will either borrow some or buy some while I'm there. But I am bringing a little stash of doilies. Then also under consumables, I have my mists. And to choose my mists, I basically just thought about the ones that I use the most. So I have my gold Liquitex, my white, my silver, and my black Liquitex ink. And then I have mint julep, I have Heidi Swap, mint, and coral, and pink. What is this pink one? Primrose. I have sky, and I have taxi yellow, and Mr. Huey's silver. So those are the mists that I'm bringing. And then string and twine. So for string and twine, I have white string and I have linen string. And between these three, this baker's twine that is gold and white and brown, these are really the main strings that I ever reach for. I do have a reasonable stash of twines and stuff, but I never reach for more than just these. So that is what I'm going for. That's what I'm going to take. And then for threads, I just thought that I would pack these 3 options for threads, and this would be for bundles of thread, not really for sewing. I have gold, I have white, and I have black, and these are Coats extra strong upholstery thread, and I really like to work with these because they stay circular in the bundles. So then the other thing that I don't want to forget is I have to bring photos. Believe it or not, I have been scrambling at the last minute just to get photos. So photos and layout storage. So one time I went to this crop and I forgot to bring something to bring my layouts home in, and I had to kind of shove them all in with my pattern paper, and they got really crumpled, and that was not optimal. So I always try to think about how am I going to bring my layouts home in a way in which they're not going to get crumpled. So this is my guiding paper that I use to kind of gather things and decide what all I'm going to bring. I also always like to bring a notebook with me, and this is the one that I'm going to bring. It's from Studio Calico. It's just like it's smaller than a traveler's notebook, and it's lined. These are really inexpensive, and I need to bring a booklet with me because if I'm going to make a video about my layouts afterwards, I want to know what I used on each of the pages, and so this allows me to keep track of all the layouts I'm doing and what products I'm using on it. If you keep a blog or have a YouTube channel, you'll want to bring something so that you can record what you're making. And I just put it in my little pencil case here. So now I'm going to show you all of these things that I have picked out and talk about why I picked them out and how I plan to pack them and store them. So the very first thing that I started with was my kit. So this is March and I'm working with the February hip kit, and so I have the main kit here and I have my extra paper here. And then these are the embellishments that come in the main kit. Oh, it's not all of the embellishments, but it's some of the embellishments. And then the other embellishments that come in the main kit and in the add-on are right here. So I have the letter stickers, the chipboard stickers, the other letter stickers, the flat stickers, and these foam stars and stuff. And then these butterflies are all right here. So I don't know exactly where I got this from, but this looks like it's designed by Creative Memories, so it must have come with some type of Creative Memories thing. But it's this, see, it has Velcro on it, so I think it goes inside of something else. I do have a Creative Memories like suitcasey type of thing. It's made out of plastic, and so this might come from inside of that. Anyhow, as a little removable insert. Anyhow, I really like it because it's the perfect size for holding these 6 by 12 inch packages of stickers and embellishments and stuff. So I have my hip kit embellishments and letter stickers here. And then I also just pulled out a couple of word stickers. I'm not bringing a whole lot, but I thought that these have been hanging around in my drawers for a long time, and it would be nice if I could get to use some of them on a project. And then also these Tim Holtz words have been around forever, and because I'm not bringing my typewriter, I thought I would bring these in case I want to add some typewritten letters somewhere. And now there is a center little compartment here, which is where I plan to put my mini market letter stickers. So I couldn't choose, so I ended up just picking one of everything that I have. I am very less likely to use the sticky keys as I am to use these mini market letter stickers. Oh, there's a sticky key amongst the mini markets. There we go. So I just took one of each. I have quite an extensive collection of these mini markets because I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to find them again, and I really, really love them. So I grabbed one of each of the sets that I have and just put them all in a pile here, and I'm going to put them in here. Now, I'm packing relatively light when it comes to supplies. I'm going to bring lots of consumables and tools, but I'm packing fairly light when it comes to supplies because when you get there at Crop and Create, you get a kit, and I'm also planning to do a little bit of shopping and while I'm there. And so between the hip kit that I'm bringing and the embellishments that come with that kit, the kit that I'll get when as my that comes with the admission to the crop, and then the fact that there are usually 3 stores set up there with lots and lots of goodies, I will probably do a little bit of shopping. In fact, I'm counting on doing some shopping, and I'm bringing some money specifically earmarked for shopping at the crop. So this is all of the embellishment and paper that I'm bringing. Oh, no, it's not actually. I also had these hanging around my room. These are from the past couple of months. This was from the January hip kit, and I really love these letter stickers, so I thought I might want to use them again before they go into my regular I will use them again anyways, but I thought I'd like to use them sooner rather than later. And then I actually have 2 packages of these charming thickers because I got some for some work I was doing for the magazine, and also I got some from the hip kit from, I think it was from January. So I really love those letter stickers, and so I thought I would bring those as well. And I don't think these are also from last month's kit, and so I just stuck those in there as well. And then also from last month's hip kit are these really cute Instax frames, and I just thought that they were really cute, and I am bringing my Instax printer and my other little zip printer as well, so I thought that these might work really well with either of those 2 printers, so I'm going to bring those as well. So these I'm going to stick in with my other letter stickers, and I don't really want these to get lost with it, so, but I also don't want to forget that these are not part of this month's kit. So I'm going to put right on them, January Hip Kit Club, January Hip Kit Club. And then I'll just put it in with the embellishments from this month's kit. So now this little thing is pretty much full, and that's about all that I'm going to bring for those sorts of supplies. I will show you the bag that I use for all of my flat stuff. So this is the bag that I use, and I have shown it before. It is by Everything Mary, and it is this shoulder tote bag, and it holds 12 by 12 items in the main compartments of it. And then it also has this front pouch that has some inset, like there's foam or cardboard or something there, and then this and this fit inside so that you could bring some embellishments with you if you want. But what I often do is I just put packaged embellishments, like these for example, right in, and these, right in the hollows of where those compartments would go, just like that. That's what I usually do. And I use this for keeping all of my cardstock and paper and scrapbooking kits in. So I already have a, this is a package of white cardstock. It's just a partial package. So I'm bringing a lot of white cardstock. Last time I forgot white cardstock, and I ended up mooching off of others. So I brought plenty so that if somebody else made the same mistake, or if I want to pay back some of my friends who gave me lots of white cardstock last time, I have lots. I also grabbed some black cardstock and 2 pieces of 12 by 12 watercolor paper. And I also have a whatever I have left of my vellum and a little stack of black, and this is non-textured cardstock, and I did bring my die cut machine, so I bought this specifically for die cutting. I brought this specifically for die cutting. So I put this in one of these front compartments like that, and then I will take my two kits. Am I zoomed out all the way? Yes, I am. So I will take my, well, it's one kit, the extra paper and the regular paper, and I will put them in one of these compartments. Actually, I usually just use 2 of them because otherwise it gets very squished very quickly. So there's that. And if I wanted to squeeze in more, I definitely could. And then this big compartment here is great for putting collections, or if I had a kit that had some embellishments with it. So this is for paper, and it's not full because I am going to do a little bit of shopping while I'm there, so I need to have room for bringing home more than what I'm bringing with me. So the nice thing about this type of a setup is that what you can also do, and what I have done in other years, is you can put your 6 by 12 inch letter stickers in here side by side. So I would have 2 stacks of letter stickers, and you can put a whole bunch, like I could put like 4 or 5 on each side for a total of 8 or 10. Right here, and then as I'm scrapbooking, when I want to find my letters, I can just kind of thumb through them in here, and this is usually not as full once I've unpacked a little bit. So that's another option for using this kind of storage, is you can put your 12 by 12, like your 6 by 12 items that I'm keeping in this, you could put side by side and upright in this. So that is my main scrapbooking supplies. Okay, so I'm going to bring this as my trimmer. This is my lightweight, inexpensive Fiskars trimmer because I don't want to pack my big, bulky trimmer. This one is really small and thin. It fits very easily into my bag. So let's talk about tools and how I'm going to bring my tools and what tools I have. So I have these two cases, and I have a couple of other cases too that I could put tools in, but I'm going to try to keep it down to these two, if at all possible. So I'm going to put my inks in here, and I probably don't need to bring this many inks, do I? I'm probably not going to stamp in purple. I'm probably not going to stamp in orange, but I'm only bringing a few stamps with me. I've got brown, green, okay. So, of course, if you bring enough, you might as well bring them all, right? So this is a bag-in-bag, and I do have a review on my channel of this item. I have a few of them, and I'm going to bring these two stamp sets. These are the only two stamp sets I'm bringing. This is an Ellie Studio dated stamp set, and I haven't used it yet. I absolutely love it. I fell in love with it when Jen Scow posted a close-up of a layout that used it, and I just immediately ordered it. It was so nice, and so I love this, and I'm hoping to use it. And then this, I think, is a really good thing to bring on a crop, is this kind of a stamp set. So this is a Scraptastic stamp set from the Feels Like Home kit from November 2015. And what I really love about it is that I don't have to bring a ton of labels that I may not even use. I'm just bringing one stamp set. It's not too much bigger than bringing two stamp sets. And then if I have my lots of ink, I can make whatever colored labels I want, and also any other stamps that I might want to work with. I'm going to bring, I probably don't need to bring two grays. I'm going to bring my darker of my two grays. And I will stick my roller date stamp in there, and my other fancy roller dates. I love this roller date stamp. This is from One Canoe 2, and I love it. So I'm going to bring that, and I'm going to bring a plain date stamp, and I'm going to bring one phrased roller date stamp, just for the heck of it, just like that. I do have more room for more stamp sets, so I'm just going to have a quick look around and make sure that there's not any other stamp sets that I think I might want to bring. These are kind of useful little strips of stamps from Stampin' Up, like little border stamps. They're kind of cute. And I kind of like this because it has these two things on it, as well as some other. They're very summer oriented, but I still really like this one. So I'm going to bring this. I'm not going to bring that. I'm not going to bring that. But I think I'll bring this because it has lots of kind of cool little shapes. So I'll stick my stamp sets in these two pockets right here. Just like that. And then along the same lines, I have this set of watercolors. These are what I call my Prima All-Stars. I do have a video about this, but I haven't had a chance to edit it and put it up yet. But these are my favorite Prima colors from the 4 sets that I have. They're all packed into the pastels palette, and so I'll just stick that in there as well, so that I've got all kind of like messy wet stuff all together right here. And then I can also put some things in these pockets. So I think I will do that. I'll put my threads. And I better put my stamp block in here too. That probably makes the most sense. And let's put these 2 things of string right there, and now all that I need room for is this baker's twine. I can't see me ever needing this much, but there we go. I'm going to put this down here so I don't forget that I have it. There we go. And now one tool tote is completely packed. And now my other tool tote, this is the one that I like to keep my main tools in. So I will put my scissors in here and my other scissors in here. And I'll put my stapler in here. And I'll put my, not these, I'll put my adhesive and my adhesive pen and my glue. I like to have this as my holder for this washi tape. And my extra adhesive. And what else can go in here? My baby wipes. My ruler. Paper. What else do I need here? I could even put this in here. So this, I'll show you what's inside of my pencil case. I put that little notebook that I need. I keep a pair of earphones because this I bring to work with me, so I probably don't need earphones. I'm not going to be that antisocial. But in this, I have an eraser and a sharpener. The eraser I've never used, so it's still in its packaging. I have a white gel pen. It's a jelly roll. I have some Micron pens, which are waterproof. I have a friction pen, and I have a chisel. It's a calligraphy pen, actually, but it's a chisel tip. Pit pen. Some more Micron pens, and a little pencil, a watercolor brush, a regular pencil, which I don't really need, and then I keep my Inktense Derwent. These are like watercolor pencils, but they're ink, and they're pencil versions of ink. So I could keep those in there, and I don't need these. Just like that. So there I have my two little tool bags packed and ready to go. I'm going to put so I have a couple of things here. My zip printer right here is still charging. I'm charging it through my computer, which takes way longer than just plugging it into the wall. I have the wall thing here, but I'd have to crawl on my hands and knees. I'm being lazy, and I'm just letting it charge while I do this, even though it's really inefficient. It's still charging. Anyhow, I will put my printers, my charging stuff and batteries, and extra printer paper in here, because I'm going to keep this up in the room with me, because these are more expensive items that I don't want to leave lying around at the crop. So these will stay in my room, so I will put these in there. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that to charge, and before I do this, I just wanted to show you one other storage solution for those of you who might be interested in bringing your Big Shot to a crop. This Stampin' Up! Bag is something that I got as a reward when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And so it was very expensive, but you know what? It's really awesome for bringing to and from crops with you, especially if you bring your Big Shot with you. I do not bring my Big Shot with me, so I will not be bringing this. But you know what? I tried putting my typewriter in here. You could put a typewriter or a sewing machine in here, I think, quite easily, and bring it with you, as well as your Big Shot. So the Big Shot fits in. I'll just show you how it works. Your Big Shot fits in just like this. There we go. You do have to keep the handle down, and then you can put extra dies and stuff. You can, I found that I could kind of like layer things up here and kind of in the sides and stuff when I was using it, and it was perfect. You can put stuff in these side pockets, but they end up being really weirdly shaped, and then you can just carry it like this. It looks like a doctor's bag. So you can carry it like this, or you can use the faux leather strap, and it has this kind of padding on it too. So this is a lovely, lovely bag. I love it. It's great for bringing tools, as I mentioned. My brother, what is it called? My brother Charger 11 typewriter fits beautifully in this, but that typewriter actually comes with a case, so I wouldn't need to put it in here. But if you had a typewriter that didn't have a case, this would be a great place to, great way to bring it. Or like I said, I'm pretty sure that a sewing machine would fit in here as well. So now onto my big bag here. This is my tote that I showed at the beginning. It is one of those wheelie totes. It looks like this. And I think I'll just use my phone to show you how this actually looks. I keep this is a tag, and on the reverse side of this is my name and phone number, and I'm not showing it in the video, but I will flip this around before I actually go to the crop so that if somebody finds my bag, they can return it to me. So this is the bag that I'm packing right now. This is how it looks from a wider angle. This is just a rolly scrapbooking tote case that you can get from Michael's. I bought it at Michael's many, many years ago. What I love about it is that the beautiful plaid pattern, you could get it in hot pink and it also in like a lime green, as well as I think there was also a brown, and then this black and white. And I got the black and white one, and it came with, like, there were different things that go with it. So there was something else, and also that tote that I use for, oh, sorry about that, that tote that I use for my main tools right there. So I am going to pack this filled with stuff. What stuff, you might ask? Good question. So the first things that I put in there are my two totes. My two things of tools. If I can figure out a way for them to both fit in here, that would be awesome. If I can't, then we'll have to go on to plan B. So there we go. For now, that's good. I can also fit my my small die cut machine in here as well. I think I might need to put it upside down. There we go. And let's not forget our plates. I think I'll put the cutting plates right in here. And then what I've done is before, and it's upside down because I wasn't paying attention, but what I did was I took all of my small dies off of my wall over there and put them all in this photo album that I got from the dollar store. And these are all the dies that I have that will fit through my small die cutting machine. And my small die cutting machine, and I also brought some alphabets. And if you bring one, you might as well bring them all, right? So any of my alphabet sets that fit through this machine, I brought. And this machine is it has a wider cutting surface than some of the other machines out there. This is a Cuttle Kid, and they're not making them anymore, but you still might be able to find them on like Amazon or eBay or something. But it's a great little die cut machine. I love it. And so I'm going to try to shove these dies in here too. And so I've been keeping my dies separate, like the dies that are that fit through my little machine, I keep separate from the dies that fit in my big machine. And this is a perfect thing to put in one of these side pockets here, my dies. And I think I'll put my die cutting mats in there too. So that's perfect. And then I'm going to pick some of my favorite punches. Let's see if I can fit this in here somehow. Might need to just kind of set it on the top like this when I'm done. These and these need to go in here. And look at this, there's Velcro on these, and there's also Velcro on this. And just look at this, this is going to fit. What a coincidence, because this is not Creative Memories. But look at this. Oh, it doesn't quite fit. It would have been awesome if it fit. But I should be able to just kind of set that in there anyways. Just like that. I haven't put these anywhere yet, but I think I will shove them into my other case. So these are just an assortment of doilies. Of course, I'm never going to use this many at a single crop, but I just want to have a selection. Oh, you can't see that. I'm just putting them in the front of this. I'll show you when I'm done. Hang on. I need to grab a couple more pens. I'm going to grab my Staedtler Lumo Color Permanent Pen because it is waterproof. Like it's a slick surface writer. And I'm going to grab my Energel, my Pentel Energel pen, because it's my new favorite. And I'm going to pick my Sharpie pen, because it's another new favorite of mine. I'm just putting those in this tote right here. Now I need some wood veneer. So I keep my wood veneer in these sorts of cases right here. So I don't need all of these wood veneers, but there are some that I'm more likely to use than others. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my hearts and my stars and my asterisks. Like that. And then I'll leave all of these home. And hope that my cat doesn't knock this over. There we go. So as far as punches go, what I discovered at the last crop is that I love having punches with me at a crop. But I don't want to bring all of my punches because they're huge, take up a lot of room. So I am going to bring only my favorites, or the ones that I'm really pushing myself to use. So this is a standard favorite that I love. So I'm going to put that in this pocket right here. This one is not a standard favorite that I love, but it's an overlooked one that I'm going to try to use this weekend to, try to use things that I don't use very often. Then this is this apron lace one is one that I just haven't used very much lately. It used to be one of my favorites, so I'm going to put that in there as well. And this one is too difficult to fit in the side pocket, so I'll just put it right here. This is my all-time favorite punch ever. It is 3 different wonky hearts, and so I will put that in here as well. These are some more of my favorite punches, so I'm going to take this one with the hearts. It's a Martha Stewart one. And this is a Martha Stewart pinked circle. That is another one of my favorites. Maybe it won't fit in there, that's okay. This is another one of my favorite border punches, so I will stick this in that side pocket as well. And so when I unpack, this and this will come out and sit on the desk, and then all of these tools will sit in the bottom of this, all in a bit of a pile, and that's okay because I can just kind of root through it. Because once these 2 cases are out of there, it won't seem so crowded. And then I can put this right there, and I can even put this and this right here, because it's not, I'm not going to leave these in there overnight at the crop room or anything, but then all of my stuff is in one place. And I can just add this printer there when it's finished, if it ever finishes charging. I think it stops charging every time my computer goes to sleep. So I guess my only other question is, am I going to bring my traveler's notebook? And the answer to that is yes, I am going to bring it. Why not? I guess that's it. It feels like I'm missing something really important, but I don't think I am. No, I am. This. I knew I was forgetting something important. This. These are my mists and 2 paintbrushes for flicking. So, in the past, I have brought my mists in a 12 by 12 case, like one of those iris cases that you can put your layouts or your paper in, and used it as a place to flick and kind of contain all of the mess. But what I found last time is that I really didn't use it. I was just kind of flicking on the table, and it wasn't a big problem, so I'm not going to bring that this time. There we go. I am done. Oops, I'm knocking stuff over. Don't forget photos, don't forget layout storage. So that's what I still need to bring, is photos and layout storage. So this is what I will bring my photos in. I'm going to print up a bunch of photos tonight using my Picturemate charm. I do not bring my Picturemate charm with me when I go. I do bring my 2 novelty printers instead. And then this is what I will bring my layouts home in. And so I will bring both of these empty containers in this Stampin' Up! Bag, just like that. The inside one will have photos in it, and that will be my 3rd and final bag. So here we have the 3 bags that I will bring with me. There we go. So this bag is just mixing my zip printer and the charging cord. The charging cord will go in that pink bag, and the zip printer itself will go right there. I have in this pink bag, which I haven't shown you in detail, I have 2 refills for my Instax printer and 2 refills for my zip printer, and those are just novelty printers. You guys saw me pack that, so you know what's inside, and you know that there's punches on in one side pocket and die cut dies in the other pocket. And then this is basically empty. There will be photos in that inside little storage container. And this, if I was not planning on shopping at the crop, I would probably have packed another couple of kits. At least one more kit. But because I am planning to shop, I'm not. There is plenty of room in this for me to have brought another 2 kits right inside of this. And I could have brought a whole bunch more embellishments in this front pocket. But like I said, I'm not going to do that. This is where I stuck those doilies that you didn't quite get to see here. Hang on a second. There you go. So there's doilies, and then there's embellishments from my hip kit, and embellishments from another kit. There's lots of room in this front pocket for extra embellishments if I wanted some. But that's about all that I need. I try to travel really, really light when I'm at a crop, because managing stuff, not only do I not like packing stuff and bringing it to and from a crop, but also I find that while I'm there, I get really stressed out if I have too many things to go through to find what I need. So I really like this system because it's so great for while I'm cropping, because what I do is I keep this bag right beside me and I go through it as needed to get my paper, and in other years I have kept my letter stickers in here too, and that's been really helpful. I don't know, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm trying it a little bit different this year. But what ends up happening is that once I take my 2 tools, my 2 tool caddies out and put them on the table, this becomes mostly empty because those two printers are going to be, and the printing accessories will be up in my room. And so this is mostly empty, like just tools that I can rummage through as needed. And that kind of goes behind me, and I keep it kind of back against, I usually try to sit against the wall so that I can have this like back against the wall and out of the way of people who are walking around, but I can still get up and go to it pretty easily if I need to. So that's the way it's going to be, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. There's still so many embellishments left in that hip kit that I don't feel too badly about only bringing the kit, because I've only scrapbooked, I think, twice from it. So there's lots left. And like I said, you do get a kit when you go to the crop, and yeah, I'll be buying some stuff. So take care and have a really great scrappy weekend, and I will report back when I'm done.